Before an invited audience, the first F-15 was rolled out on the 26th of June 1972.
I christen the Eagle, and may you reign supreme in your domain.
On the 14th of November 1974, President Ford was on hand for the acceptance of the Air Force's first operational F-15. Soon the F-15, slowly but steadily, was going into service.
Welcome you to the 2023 Australian International Airshow.
Thank you.
And I'd like to see if we can get you to introduce yourself, your unit, and what aircraft you fly and where you're based.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm First Lieutenant Trevor Pitbull Markman from the 67th Fighter Squadron, the Fighting Cocks out of Kadena Air Base, Japan.
And can you tell us a little bit about your career path to becoming a pilot and getting to fly the mighty F-15?
Absolutely. So I was a civilian pilot before I joined. I did that for a couple of years. I went to OTS. From OTS, I went to Vance Air Force Base. From there, I went to Randolph to do Introduction to Fighter Fundamentals, off to Klamath Falls for the F-15C formal training unit, and then off to the 67th Fighter Squadron.
Yeah. And how long have you been flying the C model now?
I've been a patched Eagle driver for just over a year now.
Over a year. And the 67, can you let the people know about the 67th, about their involvement in Okinawa, and about their return back stateside?
Absolutely. So the 67th Fighter Squadron, just a little history on it, was started in 1941. We've been active since 1941 in Kadena. For a very long time. We got the Eagles in 1979, September 1979. And we've been out there supporting the free and open Indo-Pacific. Recently, we announced that the F-15 would be divested, so for the next couple months, we'll continue to slowly return the Eagles back to the Air National Guard and the Boneyard AMARG at Tucson, David Moffett.
And the 18th Fighter Wing, what will become of that? Will that be disbanded, or will F-35s take over the role?
Nope. So the goal for the next couple of years is to slowly get the EX online at Kadena to maintain the air presence on Okinawa.
Okay. And can you tell us what it's like to fly the Eagle?
Oh, it's a dream. It's really a dream come true. It's very smooth to fly. It is a fighter pilot's aircraft. I love it each time. Yeah. Each time I get to fly.
And so, any career highlights flying the F-15? Any deployments? Where are you usually just around Asia, or do you get to travel far and wide?
For me, since I haven't had much time, we generally stay in the Pacific region. Yeah. So before I showed up, the squadron was in Red Flag. I just finished up Guam, Cope North. I did Pitch Black in was that August?
Yes.
Yep. So generally in the Pacific region.
Yeah. And can you tell us a little bit about when you're doing air-to-air refueling at night? What are the hazards? Is there much difference between day and night air-to-air refueling?
You know, we were actually talking about this the other day. It's actually it's quite enjoyable at night. So you're hanging out on the wing of the tanker, and you can take a second.
Yeah.
The night sky is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's so much smoother at night. It just feels like everything goes pretty well at night.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. And on a final note, for all the young kids watching this, the ones that have aspirations of becoming a pilot, what advice would you give them?
Stay persistent. So I was a kid that from an early age, I knew that I wanted to fly. And it was just something that I've always wanted to do, and I just stayed persistent. Just realized that you got a love for it. If that's what you want to do, stay persistent. And just remember to enjoy every moment that you get in the air. So I usually start with the good luck, boop the nose, go down here, making sure that the paint is still on and in good condition. Walking back, the antennas are in good condition, no dings. Pitot tubes are open on all of the holes there. Walking back, all the panels are secured, closed and secured. Checking the landing gear, making sure that the tire, there's no cord showing on the tire. Making sure that all the linkage is securely fastened. Making sure that this is also secure. Checking the A-way probes and the ECS opening. We have the cover on now, but I'm always looking to make sure that there's no obstructions in the engine, and that there's generally no dings or any marks in the engine covers. Walking back here, making sure that all of the panels are closed. Checking the fuel tank, make sure the top is closed on the fuel tank, and the charges that would release the fuel tank in the event of an emergency are primed and ready to go. Generally speaking, walking back, checking the tire, the same thing on the nose gear, making sure that all the linkages is secure. There's no leaks of hydraulic fluid for the brakes, which is obviously important. Making sure that there's no cords on the tires, so that they're good for landing. Looking back, always make sure that if we have any missiles on the rails, that those are also secured and in good working condition. Making sure that there's no fault on the wings, no dings on the wings or anything like that. Walking back, just making sure that there's no excess leak of fluid. Checking that the hydraulics, or the stabs on the hydraulics, there's no leaks there. All the ports for ECS venting is clear and free. Generally speaking, just look at the stab, make sure that there's no dings or marks on the stab. Everything is in good working order. We're not able to check the lights while we're on the ground, so we rely on the team of crew chiefs and maintenance team that we have for that. Making sure that the engine nozzle back here, making sure that all the screws and bolts are secured, so when we go to add power, the nozzle can open and close properly. And that's generally it. And then we go to the other side, do the same thing, and hop on in.